What's good, everybody? It is your boy 5 Wars Deke. Today is a very special episode of Solomon Daniels. First things first, we're going to do things differently because it is week 17 of a season that we have already clinched the #1 seed. There is nothing to play for, so the starters are not going to play the second half. We're basically going to watch the backups take on the Philadelphia Eagles today. During that second half, we'll do a little bit of Q&A. I've got some questions. This isn't live, it's recorded. So I've got some questions that have already been written down. I'm gonna answer those questions in the second half. And then after the game, we will take a look at the playoffs, and then we will sim wild card, and then we will find out who the Chiefs play in the divisional round of the playoffs. All right? So Solomon Daniels this season has 56 tackles, 3 sacks, 18 yardage, 6 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, 2 catches allowed, 5 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. Here's what Solomon needs. He needs 1 fumble recovery to get a career high. He's already got a career high in forced fumbles. As long as he doesn't play one of the worst games of his life, he will have a career low in catches allowed. Pass deflections, probably not going to get a career high in that. Not going to get a career high in interceptions in this game. He could get a good number of yards. His career high is 20. 3 yards, he's got a career high in that category. 1 more sack, he's got a career high there. And 1 more tackle, he's got a career high in tackles. The challenge is he's only got 1 half to do it. That's it. You've got 1 half. He's also closing in on 50 interceptions. So 1 pick would give Solomon the milestone of 50. Chiefs won the toss and elected to receive. Solomon Daniels is back there, a kick returner, because we're trying to see if we can find a spark in the playoffs on special teams. Here we go from just inside the 5. Solomon Daniels, decent return. Solomon Daniels still going, takes it near the 25. We are still testing that switch of Darrell Irvin and Dwayne Bowe as well, seeing if that affects the offensive passing game. First play is a drop back. Randolph's looking deep, steps up, throws, finds Darrell Irvin, first down. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. We might roll with it. We just might. I haven't seen that much of a difference in practice, but we have had pretty good results. But if it's not that big of a dent, then, there's no need to roll with it. That's a first down run by John Shutt. John Shutt has eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark, but he is not headed to the Pro Bowl. Neither is Dwayne Bowe nor Darrell Irvin, but half of the offensive line is headed to the Pro Bowl. And that pass is caught. Dwayne Bowe, first down, Kansas City. Nope, called him just shy. That's all right. It's all right. Run the ball. Run the ball right here. Remember, these 2 teams met in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are responsible for snapping that dynasty. The Eagles won the first 3 Super Bowls of this series. And then the Chiefs won the next 2, winning that first one against Philadelphia. They won the second one against the Falcons. Here's 3rd and inches. Going to pass for it, and Shutt's nowhere close. The entire Chiefs secondary is heading to the Pro Bowl. And, of course, that includes Solomon Daniels once again. This dude stays going to the Pro Bowl. Here's a give to Lester. Donovan McNabb is still the Eagles quarterback, but our friend Curtis, Kevin Curtis, he's gone. Curtis is gone. He's looking to throw. Throws, and that was almost intercepted. McNabb on 3rd down. Throwing, and incomplete. Offense had the punt, and the Eagles have it at their own 11. This is kind of reminiscent, man. We've had some battles against the Eagles. Solomon has really had some wars against the Eagles. We might go over those in the second half. Here's a toss to Lester. Good gain by Lester. Lester getting a first down, and Solomon with the tackle. That is the Eagles' veteran running back drafted in 2009 with the final pick of the first round. He's got a career high in touchdown runs and closing in on a career high in yards. McNabb throws, caught, D's. Another toss to Lester, and this time we get him in the backfield. Give right up the gut to Bennett. He fumbled the football. Oh, and the Eagles pick it up. McNabb picked it up. 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Throwing the screen. He fumbled the screen. It's picked up by Lennox Suggs. We're in the first minute of the second quarter. We still have no score here on Sunday Night Football in Philadelphia. McNabb under center in the I formation. Man in motion. And the give goes to Lester, and Lester can't get out the mesh. McNabb throwing up top, and it's caught. First down into KC territory. Eagles are 0 for 3 on 3rd. I think both teams don't have a 3rd down conversion. McNabb throws. Oh, that should be picked. It's batted down. 90 seconds to play in the half. Ball at the 41 for KC. Throws. Caught. Near the 30. This drive started at the 7-yard line. Started at the 7-yard line. Here's Randolph trying to avoid the sack. Throws, almost picked. We've converted 3 third downs. It says 3 for 7 because all 3 third down conversions came on this drive. Now it's 3rd and inches. We need a 4th. We're going to pass for it. We get it. And we're inside the 25. Yeah, Randolph knows this is his last drive until the playoffs. He knows. Showing some urgency here. Pump fakes, and we got rid of it. He got rid of it. So he avoided a sack. 2nd and 10 from the 21. 60 seconds, final 60 seconds of the regular season for the starters. And now we're going to need a 5th third down conversion. A 5th third down conversion. We've had 4 on this drive. We're 0 for 4 before that, and we get it. No, he dropped it. Darrell Irvin and Dwayne Bowe have had a case of the drops. So here comes a field goal attempt from 38 yards out, and it is up, and that is no good. Yeah, that's not going to work, bro. We've been saying it for a couple of weeks now. It's not going to work. Redmond cannot do that come playoff time. It's just not going to be an option. Oh, he dropped that. Wow. I know McNabb misses Curtis, bro. I know he misses Curtis because Curtis would have took that and took off. That is ridiculous. McNabb looking. Throws. Oh, that was almost picked off by Lennox Suggs. Solomon missed the Yayert, and a tackle saved a touchdown. That tackle definitely saved a touchdown. 35 seconds left. McNabb throwing, and a good hit forces the incompletion. Give to Lester. They're going to run the ball here. Lester on the run. 3-yard gain on the play. And now they're going to go no huddle. They are 0 for 4 on 3rd down. McNabb. Did he just fake the spike? Throws wide open man Jennings and Solomon with a Yayert, but it is a 1st down. And they're going back to the no huddle. 15, 14, 13. They still have a timeout. They're not going to use it. McNabb pump fakes. McNabb throws. Corner of the end zone. Incomplete. And now they'll just kick the field goal. We missed our field goal. Can they make theirs? This is much shorter. 24 yards out. It is up, and it is good. So that'll do it for the starters in the regular season. They lose 3-0. Started the second half, and Solomon's already in the game. Solomon's going to have to get some reps in the second half, and some of them are going to be at cornerback, unfortunately. The way that this depth chart is laid out, he can't completely avoid it. So it is what it is. We'll see Solomon for a couple of plays here and there. But most of the time, it should look like this. All right, y'all, let's get started with this Q&A, man. This has been a long series, bro. I started this series back in, I think, 2021. And, the first question is first. Are you serious, Solomon? Why does Solomon got to get back on the field? I don't understand this. And Solomon's got to play corner, it looks like. But yes, the first question is, am I surprised by the success of the series? The answer is always. When I first started the series, and I just took a look at the numbers, that first video of Solomon Daniels, I think after the first 3 months, because it came out, like I said, in 2021. 3 months after that video came out, that video had like 50 views, bro. That's it. 50. 50 views. It wasn't until sometime last year where the video just started taking off. And I'm talking about the very first episode of Solomon Daniels. Like, it just started taking off. And it really made no sense to me. Of course, I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh. And if you go look at the homepage of my channel, you'll see that the Solomon Daniels premiere, the very first episode, is one of the most watched videos on this channel. At last check, it had 10,000 views, I think, something like that. So, yeah, I am genuinely shocked that this series in particular blew up the way that it did, and that we have people binge watching. This morning, the morning of this recording, I got a notification from someone leaving comments on the playoff game against the Eagles from I believe that was season 2. Like, we had the rematch with the Eagles in Solomon's final game with the Niners, and someone was leaving comments. And I was like, what? That video was old, my brother. That video came out in February of last year. February of last year, that video came out. And so, I'm always just shocked as the Eagles score a touchdown. I'm always just surprised that people really enjoy this series so much that they will just binge watch this entire series. And at some point, which someone did, shout out to them, someone will get all the way to where we are right now in season 7. There are people out there like that. And I'm very appreciative of them, and I thank them so much. Solomon Daniels is back there to return, and that's one of the things that I've always made a point about this series, as that kick goes out of bounds. It was a waste of my time. The whole point was, if Solomon was never going to make plays on defense, I was hoping he would make plays on special teams. So if Solomon never became the safety that he actually is now, I was hoping he would at least be a really good kick returner, but not be someone who was super slaw, on defense. So I am very pleased with the way it turned out. I would rather Solomon be who he is at his natural position of safety than just be some kick returner who, every now and again would score. He's never scored a kick return touchdown. It's never happened. But you know what? As we just saw, sometimes when Solomon takes the field at kick returner, the opposing kicker will kick it out of bounds, and that does help the offense. So we will see Solomon and kick returner in the playoffs, and hopefully he can score. But I would like, at least on a consistent basis, for him to get it near the 30, get it to the 40, sometimes cross midfield. I would really like that. That's kind of what I'm going for there. But yeah, man, the second question is, that's a shank punt. The second question is, what about the inspiration? Why start this series in the first place? Here's the thing, and I'm going to be real, and I feel like it's kind of taboo to say this, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it. Solomon gets right back on the field. What position is this? Is this linebacker? Is Solomon the linebacker right now? What is happening? McNabb throwing, and Solomon deflects it. Get out of here, bro. Come on, McNabb. Made me lose my train of thought, bro. Not only did they put me on the field, but McNabb thought it would be a good idea to throw at the only Pro Bowler that's on the field. Like, it's all the backups. And you saw number 22 and was like, I'm going to throw at him. It's stupid. Inspiration to make the series. Oh, so I'm not a franchise guy, bro. Like, I had a franchise series, right? But, like, I'm going to be real with you. I don't enjoy that. Growing up, I never did franchise mode. I never did. I never did dynasty mode or any of those modes where you have to manage an entire team. So when I did my franchise mode series with the Falcons in 2K5, my only interest in it was because it was the Falcons and they were already good. I didn't want to take a team that was bad and then try to build them up to good. I've never enjoyed that. I have never enjoyed that. I never played franchise mode growing up. It was completely out of my element. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Sergio Jones. So when I thought about the modes I did play growing up, first of all, it was exhibition mode. I loved playing against a computer. I found it, if you had the right settings, I found it challenging. Sometimes the computer can be challenging. It tests your logic. So I did enjoy playing against the computer. I did enjoy playing against friends as well and playing online until, you know, the way people play Madden these days, like, I do enjoy football. And the only football video game option I have with modern day rosters is the current version of Madden that's out. I don't even have Madden 24. I don't. I have a PS5. I have one. I don't have Madden 24. I don't. I didn't even buy Madden 23 until after last season was over. So I got it for like $30. Hardly played it. Waste of money. It was completely a waste of money. So that you know, wasn't my best purchase. But when I think about the modes that I do enjoy, Superstar mode fell right into my lap. Because as a kid, I did play Superstar mode. Now, I would always be a quarterback, but I did play Superstar mode. We're going to the fourth quarter. And Solomon's back on the field to start the fourth quarter. I really think Solomon's lined up at linebacker right now. And he's blitzing, thankfully. But this is kind of funny. Oh, you lucky. You are lucky it was a run, McNabb. You are lucky. But as I was saying, yeah, Superstar mode was something I played as a kid, so it was very natural. And I wanted to try a different position out. I wanted to see what it was like to play defense because I was always the quarterback. I was like, I want to be the quarterback. I want to be the quarterback. I want to be the quarterback. Yeah, I wanted to try something different, and I said, let me try out safety. I want to see what free safety is like. And I don't know what the inspiration was for free safety. I just knew I liked free safety. So I went for it, and I really enjoyed it because it gives me a new perspective, and it's given me an appreciation for defense. The way that I watch football has changed because of this series. The way that I evaluate, you know, safety play when I'm looking at all 22 film, it has changed because of Solomon Daniels. Like, I really appreciate good safety play. And so when I cover the Buccaneers, as well as other teams in the Tampa Bay area, but I'm with the Bucs a lot. I really admire Antoine Winfield Jr.'s game. I really admire his game because he is truly, to me, like Solomon Daniels in real life. Like, he is like a real life Solomon Daniels. I've been around him, and if I had to pick somebody that's like, yo, if I needed motion capture for Solomon Daniels, or I needed a real life guy to be Solomon Daniels as he's about to take the field, Antoine Winfield Jr. looks like Solomon Daniels. He looks like Solomon Daniels. I'm for real. The brother is built like him. I think he weighs he's 5 pounds off. And I think he's shorter than Solomon. But still, ultimately, like, yo, it's Solomon's build for the most part. And I think he could really play that role. I really do. That's offsides. That's offsides. Yep. I knew it. I just gave him a free 5 yards. Thankfully, get another rep here. But yeah, man, I really do have an appreciation for the safety position now. Let's see if we can get a stop right here. We got to get a stop. We're down 10-0. Get a man in motion. And they're going to give it. He's going to get the first down, ain't he? He is. Wow. So naturally, the question after that is, will there be a superstar mode after this? Touchdown Eagles. The answer is yes. There will be a superstar mode after this. It'll be Solomon's cousin, and he will play on the offensive side of the ball. I can tell you that much. He's on the offensive side of the ball. He is related to Solomon. I think what we're going to do is have a series of like people probably related to Solomon Daniels in some form or fashion. So for all my friends that keep asking, yes, there is a possibility that we get a Solomon Daniels Jr. That is possible. So yeah, y'all, I mean, that's pretty much it right there, man. Like, yes, I'm surprised and I'm very grateful, incredibly. How many series on YouTube do you know have 7 seasons? Let's be real. How many Madden series or Madden YouTube series do you know go 7 seasons? And the only reason this series has 7 seasons is because of you guys, because of the views, because of the comments. Because after last season, I had so many comments saying, do not retire. Please, give it one more. Don't retire just yet. Oh, you should have caught that. And you guys really talked me out of retiring Solomon Daniels, and we gave it one more go. I will be honest and say the numbers aren't as great as they were last year or the year before that, but they're still good. So I can't complain too much. 7 seasons of this series is not what I predicted. Again, the first video had 50 views after 3 months. Nobody was watching it. Literally, it peaked at like 30 views, and then nobody watched it for a month. Like, the number did not increase at all for an entire month, and then it went from 50, and then it was like slowly climbing up, and then like, boom. One day, it just blew up, and it just went to the hundreds, and then it went to the thousands, and those thousands increased. That is a fullback, guys. That's a fullback. Can we be for real? Come on, man. That is a fullback you let go up the gut like that. Goodness gracious. Final 2 minutes of the regular season. Yeah, man, I'm really grateful. I am. I'm really grateful to all of you guys, and I will be sad to put a bow on this series, however it ends. I hope it ends with the ring. I do. I really do. Solomon has more than earned one. He definitely deserves it. But it's a team game. I've really learned that too. Like, I know football, we always say it's a team game, it's a team game. It really is a team game. I have no control over what the offense does. I have no control over what the kicker does. I have no control over what the punter does. I really have to rely on the rest of the team to play at a high level. I have to rely on that. I have to rely on the defensive linemen to get past their blocks. I have to rely and trust that my defensive ends set the edge and get after the pass rusher and force bad passes. I have to trust Todd Pearson, who lines up on the other side at corner. I have to trust Lennox Suggs will do his job underneath. I am responsible for one person, and that is Solomon Daniels. And I've really learned that football is such a team sport. And it takes a collective effort to win a Super Bowl. A collective effort from top to bottom. So I've definitely grown in my appreciation of football, and I've grown as a broadcaster. I mean, if you go back and you listen to my voice in episode 1 versus now, like, you can hear the confidence in my voice. You can hear how clear I'm speaking. Like, these are the things that I've learned and have grown as during this series. So, yeah, super appreciative. And we're going to put a bow on this regular season. We're going to get ready for the playoffs. And y'all, from that moment on, it is on and popping. Touchdown Eagles. Oh, it's offside. Okay, well, go ahead and decline it. This thing's over. Eagles win it 23-0. It's not what I expected. I thought we would score. I really did. I thought we would score at least at some point in the first half, but it was starters versus backups after that. So Solomon Daniels finished with 3 tackles with a yayert, so his final stats read like this: a career-high 59 tackles, 3 sacks, 19 yayerts, 6 interceptions, 4 pass deflections, 2 catches allowed, 5 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. Oh, 1 defensive touchdown, by the way. Had a pick 6 in Dallas. So that's it for Solomon Daniels when it comes to stats that will count in the books. So I guess we can go ahead and read off his career stats. Those stats are 353 tackles, 13 sacks, 92 yayerts, 49 interceptions, 1 shy of that 50. Well, if you count interceptions in the playoffs, he had 51, but they don't count those. So because they don't count those, 49 it is. 821 interception yards, 47 catches allowed, an interception return average of 16.7 yards, 17 forced fumbles. 17 of those things. He's recovered 9 fumbles. He's returned that for a total of 45 yards and 9 defensive touchdowns. We have celebrated 9 touchdowns, 5 of which came in 1 season. For those curious, his kick return average was 22.7 yards, 194 kick returns total from north of 4,400 yards. No touchdowns, as you can see. Sergio Jones didn't have none either. He didn't have none either. Solomon, you know, he's going to the Pro Bowl just like Sergio Jones is. But yeah, man, that brother, we already know what the deal is there. We already know what the deal is. Let's take a look at the awards that he got, because he definitely had some awards. Pro Bowler in 2008, Pro Bowler in 2009, Defensive Back of the Year in the AFC and the NFL in 2010. He was a Pro Bowler in 2010. He was a Pro Bowler in 2011. He was the Defensive Back of the Year in the AFC and NFL in 2012. And he is a Pro Bowler this year as well as last year. So he is a 5-time Pro Bowler. He's never been Defensive Player of the Year, but he has been DB of the Year twice. I, again, hope it's enough. I think what really would put it over the edge is a championship. You win a championship and they say, this guy won a title. They're going to say, okay, he gets in. He gets in. That's what I think. That's what I think. By the standards of this game, I think it's going to be enough. The final standings read as follows. The Chiefs are the 1 seed. They get the bye. They have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The Jaguars, 12-4. They are the champions of the AFC South, the 2 seed. Out of the North, the Ravens, 11-5, are the 3 seed. The Bills are the 4 seed as the champions of the AFC East. The Titans are going to the playoffs, 9-7. We played them week 1. Remember that. We played them. And the Texans, we played them, 9-7. They made the playoffs. So we've got 3 teams from the AFC South in the playoffs. The Titans will go to the Bills, and the Texans will go to the Ravens. That's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough. Let's check the NFC. Things are a little wonky. They're a little wonky here. The Panthers won the NFC South and got the 1 seed with a 13-3 record. But the Falcons and the Saints had double-digit win seasons. How about that? You've got the Falcons and the Saints with double-digit wins, but because they didn't win the division, this is your 5 and your 6 seed. The second best team in the NFC is the 5 seed and has to go on the road. And the Saints at 10-6 are the 6 seed and will play on the road the entire playoffs. If the Falcons go to the NFC Championship and they're playing the Saints, the Falcons do get a home game. The Saints will not be in the Superdome at all. The Rams, they are the 2 seed, so they get the first round bye. The Eagles, they needed that win. They did. They sure did. The Eagles needed to win. They got the win. They finished 9-7. I think they started like 0-3. So I guess they bounced back. They're champions. They won the NFC East. They're going to the playoffs, and they are going to host a playoff game. And the Vikings, they are champions of the North. So those are your 6 teams. And dang, you feel bad for the Seahawks. They were right there at 9-7. They were right there, and the Packers fell out as well at 8-8. So the Vikings will host Atlanta. The Eagles will host the Saints. And like I said, the Rams and the Panthers are your 1 and 2 seeds, or your 2 and 1 seeds, respectively. All right, let's simulate the wild card. Let's see who Kansas City will host in the divisional round. And it will be the Buffalo Bills. We will host the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. We played them last year, and that was a game, man. That was a good game. The Bills took it from us. The Bills had to drive down the field and get a touchdown in the last minute, and they got it. I ain't forget that. I didn't forget that. I don't think this team forgot that either. Okay, Bills. We'll see what y'all got, man. It's coming up. But until then, y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. This game will be played after the holiday. So y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your loved ones. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the football. The Chiefs, Solomon Daniels, and the Buffalo Bills will be waiting for you on the other side. Until then, it is your boy 5 Boys Deep. One love.